The Impact of Behavior Modifications on Academic Achievement by Katie Hammock, University of West Alabama, July 28, 2024. School districts across Alabama share a common objective, enhancing district report cards. Recent studies have highlighted the negative impact of disruptive behavior in classrooms, placing a strain on effective instruction. Mixon Intermediate School currently grapples with the repercussions of such behavior on teaching learning process. The research aims to explore the effectiveness of behavior modification on students' academic achievements. The primary focus is on investigating the potential benefits of introducing a behavior plan at Mixon Intermediate School to elevate proficiency levels in ACAP scores. The proposed project anticipates that implementing a tailored behavior plan will not only mitigate classroom disruptions, but also enhance instructional quality, thereby positively impacting student performance in key subjects, standardized assessments, and state tests. In Alabama, school districts are dedicating efforts to enhance state report cards quality. These report cards evaluate school districts based on various factors. Within the district, schools are concentrating on strategies to boost test scores. Elementary schools in particular are focusing on elevating test scores and reducing chronic student absenteeism. To combat instructional disruptions caused by absent students, school districts are implementing stricter measures on schools and their disciplinary actions towards students displaying behavioral issues to ensure a positive learning environment. Research and personal insight suggest numerous advantages to introducing school-wide behavior adjustments, making it more beneficial than not having such modifications for all students. Implementing changes in behavior and adjusting classroom strategies proves to be the most efficient method for enhancing classroom conduct, whether it is disruptive or non-disruptive in nature. Failure to address these behaviors promptly within the classroom setting results in a loss of valuable instructional time. Disruptive behavior from a student hinders the teacher and fellow students from maintaining focus, leading to a reduction in instructional time. This situation, in turn, gives the impression to students that their needs are not being considered, especially when the disruptive student monopolizes the teacher's attention. Despite efforts to improve school report card data, lingering questions persist within the district concerning disruptive behavior management in classrooms without the options to dismiss students. This unaddressed issue has burdened teachers as school leaders have shifted the responsibility onto principals, who in turn have passed it back to teachers. This cycle creates a challenge, particularly with the prevalence of new educators who struggle to establish effective classroom management techniques. The lack of robust strategies has led to uncontrolled behavior issues impacting overall instruction. Despite guidelines against behavior-based suspensions, assessments result at Mixon Intermediate reveal a need for adjustments. As an educator at Mixon, I have witnessed how disruptive student actions hinder the learning environment and decrease available instruction time. Schools statewide are adapting teaching approaches to boost performance evaluations. The research aims to assess the impact of implementing a school-wide behavioral strategy and its correlation with enhanced student performance, proposing that such interventions can minimize disruptions and improve academic achievements. The table displays the percentage of students proficient and non-proficient in math and reading across 3rd and 5th grades for the academic year 2022-2023 at Mixon Intermediate. The findings reveal a significant disparity in math proficiency levels among the 3 grade levels. Mathematics instruction is typically delivered in the afternoon, coinciding with an increase in behavior issues. Conversely, the data illustrates a higher rate of proficiency in reading compared to mathematics. Despite outperforming other schools in the state, the reading proficiency levels at Mixon remain subpar. The plan for experimental research at Mixon Intermediate School involves students from 3rd to 5th grade. The self-contained classroom will be excluded from the study due to differences in how students are assessed statewide and the behavioral guidelines they follow. The sample group will comprise all 3rd to 5th grade students who are mandated to take state tests. Since all students are obliged to attend school and undergo testing, 6 classrooms from each grade level will be selected for participation. At Mixon School, students are assigned to classrooms based on their abilities. Behaviors are more prevalent in classrooms with lower level students and new teachers. Despite this, a random sample of 60 students will be chosen from each grade level. From these students, 2 groups of 60 will be randomly selected for behavior modification and non-modification. The research will be carried out through a quantitative study utilizing results from iReady standardized testing and the ACAP for data collection. The students will be divided into experimental and control groups. 30 students from each group will be randomly chosen, ensuring every member of the population has an equal chance of selection. To protect the participants, staff and parents will need to sign documents. Staff members will be prohibited from discussing participants outside of the school environment or in front of students. The Alabama Comprehensive Assessment Program, or ACAP, is a test administered in Alabama for students in grades 2 to 8. iReady is a program and evaluation system utilized nationwide. At Mixon Intermediate School, iReady is a key tool for identifying students who may require additional support. Students will take the iReady assessment simultaneously to ensure consistent testing conditions, with the only exception being student absence. The ACAP assesses students' proficiency in reading and mathematics. The reading section evaluates their reading, writing, and language abilities, comprising of 50 to 60 questions. In contrast, the math segment includes about 30 to 42 questions. The iReady diagnostic is utilized year-round, complementing the annual ACAP assessment. iReady evaluates students' academic progress in reading and math continuously. Each grade will be divided into 2 classes identified by the numbers 3 to 5 and the letters A and B. Grade levels designated with the letter A will undergo behavior modification, while those marked with B will not experience behavior modification. As stated previously, parents and teachers will be asked to sign confidentiality statements, ensuring the confidential practice and safety of the student. Teachers will also not allow to be discussed any behavior modifications or non-behavior modifications within their classroom. Our self-contained units will be excluded from this study because their behavior and their ACAP that they take at the end of the year expectations are different. At the time of this study presentation, the spring ACAP scores were not available. Anticipated results hopefully will show an overall decrease in disruptive behaviors within the behavior modifications group and an increase in their testing achievement. If I were to perform this study again, I would probably choose a smaller testing group, and I would like to see what would happen if I used veteran teachers instead of fresh or inexperienced teachers. It also might be a good idea to start in the 3rd grade and just do that grade, and then continue it each year to see changes over a 3-year period instead of just a shorter time span. At Mixed and Intermediate, the growing number of teachers poses a challenge. A potential issue is a teacher who inconsistently implements behavior modification strategies. For instance, adhering to the plan for a week and then deviating from it the next can jeopardize the study. Moreover, ineffective reinforcements for students could also pose a challenge. Some students may not respond to the behavior plan, and absences can further impede student achievement. Opting out of participation, being absent during testing, or objecting to the plan can all hinder progress. Similarly, parental decisions to exclude their child from the study can impact student achievement. Failure of behavior modification to positively impact students can also be detrimental to their progress.